Come one, come all. You are now listening to the Ox Podcast. Every week, Monday night, hosted by Stilo and Max. Roll yourself up some potent, pour yourself a drink, get yourself comfortable. We finna chill.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a incredibly special episode of the Ox Podcast. Today, I am joined by some absolute titans. We got No Rapname, Philth Spector, Killer Kane, Teller Banks, and Ayashi over in the background. We're here. We're live. Thank you guys for sitting down with me. I'm super hyped to get into this. First and foremost, I hope everyone is doing okay today. It is a fine-ass Saturday where I'm at. I hope everyone's chilling. Everyone's doing good. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I like to open these episodes. I just want to ask you guys, what have we been listening to recently?
I'll go. Who go?
Yeah.
Kane go first.
Oh shit. I can't lie. I've been going back to that Pink Panthers album a lot.
It's fire.
That shit stays on repeat. And the Clips album is getting steady repeats for me. And then other than that, I'm just listening to like jazz. Like Kamasi Washington did the Lazarus soundtrack. I've been jamming that a lot.
Right on, dude.
You know, shit like that.
Dope. Yeah. Phil,
No Rapname too. Living room, of course. You know what I mean? I can't.
Steady in rotation. Yup.
Steady in rotation.
I'm not gonna lie. The last two things I listened to was Living Room, Fuse Tape, and then the Wino Willie, FOHDH Matthew new album.
Yeah. That shit on backwards, right?
Yeah.
Stupid fire. Stupid fire.
They're the last two albums I've listened to today.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like digging for samples and shit.
Of course. Nature of the business, right?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, dude. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. The guitarist of Mastodon recently passed away. May he rest in peace. And I've been listening to a lot of fucking Mastodon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Like at work, just like listening to the first like 3 albums. Them shits are fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace to him as well. That's tragic news, of course. Shit. And Teller, what about yourself, brother? What you been listening to?
I should have had a real microphone too, man.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like I'm in my room with just an AirPods.
Popped out with it. But I've been listening to, honestly, when was the last? I've been listening to nothing but Mexico Drove for like the last
type shit.
2-3 weeks. I do the same shit every morning. He say the same shit every song. It's perfect. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm looking out, getting ready for my day. Like that's been my shit. And then other than that, I just been listening to my shit. I'm getting ready to. I got a show in Denver, and then I got a little run that I'm going with McKinley. So I'm just listening to my shit because I'm kind of always whatever set list I'm running with is always like a buzzer beater decision.
Yeah.
So I try to just prepare like a bunch of songs. Right now, I'm like, I still have 90 songs in my like show playlist.
Oh shit!
So I'm trying to narrow that down to a reasonable amount. But
yeah,
I actually did narrow it down quite a bit, but I'm still at like 90. I usually try to get it down. Like if I'm doing shows and shit, I try to get it down to like where I have like 30 prepared songs, so that no matter how long I'm running, like I can do them. And like a lot of times I like to be able to give my songs to the DJ and just like let them go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let them mix the set list however they feel like, you know, I trust them. They're a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like treat my set list like the way that you would treat music. And I want to be prepared enough to be able to compliment that like the same way, you know, if I was like a saxophonist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to play in with the band, like I got to be able to play with them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I look at crazy with rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just try to be prepared for all of that. So I've been listening to mostly myself, really just me and Mexico Drove, the only thing in my rotation for the last like probably like at least 3 weeks. I was gonna listen to the new Earl album, but I haven't even got around to listening to that yet.
Fire.
It's fire, man.
Yeah, it is fire.
That's dope. And sorry, Alfred, tell me if I'm not mistaken, are you coming up to Toronto with McKinley for that show, or?
I'm not going to Toronto.
That's all right.
I thought about it. At the time that we was planning all this, though, I didn't have my passport. Like, I just got my passport, so I didn't want to like
commit to something that you couldn't commit to.
Yeah, I didn't
right?
want to like be like, all right, yeah, let's do it, and then it's like,
yeah,
can't go. You know what I'm saying? It was just better for me. But
I feel you. I feel you.
The next one.
For sure. We'll be missing you up here for sure. Yeah. But yo, so okay, we are, I believe, 2 days out now of this most recent album coming out, Drugs. First of all, like I was saying a little bit before, one of my favorite releases this year. You guys went absolutely fucking crazy on it. This is one of those ones I know like a lot of people within my atmosphere circle have been like not only really excited about, but ever since it's come out has been like spinning it like crazy. Everyone's been enjoying it. The reception on it has been crazy. So how do you guys feel like a couple days of it being out there? How do we feel about the reception? How's it feeling?
I feel great. Yeah, no, all the responses have been great. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even seen anything negative. I've been like, or you know, I don't even know how to explain it. We kind of combative motherfuckers over here. So I've been like, I've been waiting for somebody to hate on our shit, man. Nobody's really, or not that I've seen anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's felt good. You know what I mean? And like, just doing the whole thing all independent between all of us too has been a dope experience. You know what I'm saying? That's been one of the best parts of even doing this whole project. It's just been like the level of collaboration that we've had throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I think we've probably been in the group chat talking with each other, you know what I'm saying, at least once a day, but in these last like couple of weeks, it's been like nonstop, you know what I'm saying? Like literally. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's been real. The reward for all of the, you know, effort that we put in has been dope.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's interesting you say that because I haven't seen nobody hate on it. I'm sure somebody hated on it on the low, but nobody
nobody's vocally hating, right?
There
no
was
ads yet.
I sent it to one person. I'm not gonna say who. They said they weren't into it. I said respectfully, you're wrong.
Yeah, objectively just incorrect.
Yeah.
But that's like more of a you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like you know, sometimes there's like bias involved. Like sometimes there's an artist where it's like, I don't care how hype the project is or whatever it is, like I'm not checking for that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so it's like when people hit me with that, I can't do anything but respect it. It's like, you know what? I feel that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But even then, though, that's what I'm saying. It's like then it's less of a critique at all. Nobody listened to it and said, "Oh, what?"
And critiqued it.
Yeah.
They just were like, "Nah, fuck all that shit."
Yeah,
which is wild, man. Even I forget the dude's name, but the guy on Twitter, Q, I saw you tweeted at him where it's like, I give this dude $5 to call this album trash. And then he came back and was like, nah, this shit's fire, actually.
Shout out Keiko, because honestly, he will tell you if some shit is trash. And if somebody if it's some shit that he's already called trash in the past and they come out with something that's fire, he's not going to sit there and lie about it. Be like, yo, that was actually dope.
Yeah,
so I respect honest hater, you know what I mean? And like, you know, he gets kind of played as a hater, but you know, he's like a good reviewer with no platform on Twitter talking shit. But you know, I'm like, yo, I know this person knows how to actually dissect the material and not just go off of how it sounds overall or whatever. Actual bars and shit, you know what I mean?
It's serious. And like fucking speaking of bars, like fucking crazy, man. Like crazy. I don't just want to glaze, but like genuinely this shit, like bro, it's fucking nuts, man. The more I listen to it, the more like things I'm picking up on and like, it's sick. It's sick. It's sick.
Imagine you're sending beats and 30 minutes later, you're getting a whole song back, just barred out.
Which is like nuts, man. Nuts to think
about. I blame them though. Like when I'm making music, I don't even know how to explain it. Sometimes I'll be like trying to rap. I'm like, I don't know how I ever did this shit at all. Like I'll be sitting trying to rap and I'm like, I don't know where is the person that wrote all of these songs at? I don't even know who that is. But I've never had something. It's like when they was even like, I don't remember exactly when it was, but I remember when they first sent me the first like batch of beats. I was like, I wasn't writing shit. I was like in a writing deficit. I owed people like features and shit. I just couldn't think of shit. People were sending me beats. I was making hella beats. And like people were at like I'll be making a beat and somebody in the room would be like, "Yo, what you doing with this? Can I hop on this?" I'd be like, "Hell no, I got something for it. I don't have shit for it." You know what I'm saying? I just didn't have nothing. They sent me this batch of beats and it was like all of a sudden I just had the floodgates open to like, my thoughts and my activity. And that's really how I choose to work with any of the producers that I work with. You know what I'm saying? Like, just they motivate my pen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
like you hear some shit and that's what gets it started, right?
Yeah, I literally told them, I was like, I don't know who the fuck is over there opening up portals to hell, or who sold they soul. You know what I'm saying? Like one of y'all is over there doing witchcraft. I think that was like the first thing I even responded to.
Man, we sent the first batch was like 8 beats, and less than 48 hours later, you sent 6 full songs.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Half the album just off the first session of beats, practically.
Yeah.
Shit is that it didn't really get changed. Like mix were made, but like the original shit he sent back the day
is the song.
That's the song.
Really? Like same take, same everything.
Yeah, I kept emphasizing to them too. Like, we got to make sure we like the beats before we send them, because the shit's getting recorded as soon as we send it. You can't change shit after.
Yo, that's wild, man. So
I like to listen to all the beats like one at a time too. So it wasn't like when they were sending me the batches of beats, it wasn't like I was going through the batches and like picking out the ones that I wanted and like writing to it. It's like I like to keep myself like surprised or like the spontaneous of the moment. So it's like I played the first beat through, it was like, oh shit, and then wrote and recorded, mixed, sent it back to him. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't listen to the second beat in the pack until I had already sent them back the first song. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that, because that's how we make the beat, how we made all the beats too, is like super spontaneous, kind of just live in the moment. And then we would just record it right into the 404. And then at the end of the night be like, whoever's house we were making beats at, it's like you upload it and send it over.
Word. That's really interesting to hear, actually.
Isn't that how the beat change happened on Michael too? It was just like it just played the next beat in the folder.
Really?
Yeah, he was just playing it through Untitled, and he caught it as it switched, and you like didn't miss a step. Just goes right into the switch without even like, oh shit, it's changing. All right.
Oh, that's so nuts. That's so nuts.
Yeah, I just wrote to it like it was all one beat, because the way that I don't even remember how them two came through.
I think that was some of the solo joints. Yeah, there's some of the solo joints.
Yeah.
And I sent you 2, and they just glued together. It just worked out like that.
Yeah. So I ended up rapping through the whole shit. Like I was like, it'd be dope if I could rap, you know what I'm saying, through the beat switch.
Yeah. Without like it's seamless too. Like when you listen to it, it like, oh wow, dude.
Yeah.
My favorite.
When I heard for real. When I heard that shit, I was like, what? I had to run it back like 5 times just because the way he caught the shit. Like insane.
Man. So I work, not to talk too much about myself, I work at like an office job, right? And when it first dropped, I was listening to it first way through, just like at my cubicle. And I was sitting there like stank face, just like, like just shaking my head. So much so that like one of my coworkers came up and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Listen, man, you gotta tap into this new project, bro.
You gotta listen."
That's crazy. So that really begs the question, like this whole idea of this album, did this just start like completely spontaneous, where like you guys just had a bunch of beats that you were working on, you were like, fuck it, let's send them over?
Yo, what happened? I think it was we knew, because like me and Philth had made we've made a collaborative joint before, and Philth and Kane face off, so like they've worked collaboratively before, and we all worked together. So it's like, well, fuck it, let's just all sit down and make beats together.
Yeah.
So we all linked up. I think it was at my crib.
It was.
Yeah. And then we all just like sat here and made the beats like literally in the room. Like, every beat was made in the same physical room at the same time. So we weren't really sending. And then so that we were just sitting there. We made like, I don't know, probably 8 beats, I would call it. And then from that, and then put them into an Untitled folder. But just for a minute, I've just been thinking like, yo, like I need raps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some real fucking raps.
Yeah, there was a moment. It was like maybe it was like the second or third beat we made in the session, and I can't remember if it was Q or Kane, but somebody just said like, "Yo, Teller would sound crazy on this," and we all just said, "Yeah," and then kept making beats, and no one said anything else. I didn't even know Q sent the beats to him until he texted us back the 6 minutes.
Yeah.
For real.
He said Teller just laid some shit over what we did.
Dude.
I think it might have been me because I've been listening to Teller for a minute, and I never said this before, Teller, but I'll randomly go, "Hey yo," like we'll hear some shit. Like we were playing some shit, and I swear I probably did that. And Q's been on the kick about getting beats out to people. He was like, "When we're making beats together, we got somebody to send them to. We're not just making beats and putting them to the ether." Right? Yeah, so. Q is a mastermind behind like, yeah, we're putting these shits to somebody. Like, I don't care who. And then like, sessions just talking about it, and then boom, like magic.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
Kane, low-key, me and Kane, I recorded like a whole EP on Kane's beats, like probably like that. It's almost
it's been a grip.
I'm gonna say like 2016, 2017. Like
shit.
That's crazy. I probably hate those beats now.
Yeah. You might need to leak that in the group chat.
One of the songs, low key, he's on the outro, I think, Skullface 777. But yeah, it's like everybody that I know, I feel like I met somehow through Sequence.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro,
connection to Sequence. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Sequence. Yeah, I mean,
real.
That's how I even. I feel like I'm pretty sure that's how I even connecting with Kane. Or
I think he got you on one of the joints that I had. Yeah. And then off that, I was just sending you beats. Not everyone stuck because I wasn't the best at the time, but like, you know what I mean? Shit comes together.
So sharp and steel.
Yes, sir.
So how long have you been making beats in that case?
Who, me?
Yeah. Sorry.
I guess now like 12 years, 15 years, 14 years, something like that. Not long. I got arrested and I was like, I got to do something with my life. And I can't just sit around and smoke weed and do nothing. I got to smoke weed and do something. So that's how I ended up making beats. And then, a couple of years ago, pulled up to Flip a Beat Club, met Q and Dan. We became friends instead of just like acquaintances, like linking up at shows and just, sessions outside of Flip a Beat Club making shit. And 14 years probably. Man. I only like my stuff from the last 4 years, but that's how it goes.
Yeah. Shit, that's crazy, man.
I don't even acknowledge my shit like free Flip a Beat Club, honestly.
Fuck, man. Phil, how long have you been producing?
I started making beats like when I was in college, just like because my friends my friends fucked around and rapped, and like that was really it. And then we graduated college, and I was like unaware of there being like an instrumental like beat scene. So I kind of just stopped. I was working, and then during the pandemic, I was in like a punk rock band, and the dude I was playing with was like, "Yo, get Ableton so we can send songs back and forth to each other." And then through that, I like came across DiBiase was doing flip sessions, which turned into Flip a Beat Club. And then I just started making beats again, very poorly at the time through that. And then after linking up with Q at Flip a Beat Club, I kind of got back into it more.
Shit, that's crazy, man. Because I truth be told, I try to listen to all of my guests' like discography as much as I can. Everything I've heard from you guys, albeit it's not much, you guys sound like you've been doing this shit for like 30 plus years, bro. Like everything I've heard from you guys has been like fucking next level, man. And like, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And like Q, I know we were talking a little bit before, like you've been doing this for some time now as well. And like, man, like, this shit is so fucking dope, man. Like, it's so fucking cool.
It's like Phil said, bro. Like, it wasn't, the first shit wasn't dope. You know what I mean? A lot of people give up before it gets dope. It's like that comic of the dude like mining, you know what I mean? Like
with the diamonds.
Right now, because you gave up because nobody came to your second show. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I performed for nobody mad times, and I performed for over like 1,000 whatever people before. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, like I feel like in terms of us collaborating on beats, like just from Flip a Beat Club and being friends outside of that, like me and Q made 2 instrumental tapes together. Me and Kane and Ayashi made 2 together. So by the time we came around for this, we were like, we did the instrumentals. Let's try to see if we can make some shit people can rap on.
Yeah, yeah. And then sure enough, you
Yeah.
fucking did, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And I feel like, especially hearing that that's how the process was, where like you made these beats and then you think like, oh, let's think of an MC that would fit on it. And like, then you think of Teller. And it's like a match made in heaven. Like, it's such a perfect connection of sound. Because I feel like all of the beats aren't too far out of like your wheelhouse, Teller, where like I listen to these and I listen to the shit. It sounds relatively similar to the shit that you did with We Know Willie earlier this year and White People Stole My House, the album, which is like fucking incredible name, by the way, one of my favorites. Yeah, it's within this same niche, but like doing different shit and like more like, I feel people use the term experimental a little loosely, but it's a little more like out there, you know what I mean? And like that's such a sick sound for like you guys to all be tapped into. Like it turned out really fucking well. And just to hear that that's how the process even began is like kind of surreal to me. Cause like a lot of people, like we were talking, I have like a little Discord server for my shit. We did like not a listening party, but like when the album came out, everyone was talking about it and everyone was saying it sounds like such a cohesive, like you guys, the way that people were saying is like you guys all linked up and were like, we're going to make a tape with the inception of all of us, like all 5 people involved with this. And then that's how it started, as opposed to just like, fuck it, let's make some beats, send them out. Like that is insane, man. Fucking insane.
Yeah, I think there was only like 3 sessions, but we like cooked like at least 5 to 8 beats in every session.
We had more songs. I cut a bunch of songs. I don't even remember how many songs we cut, but I'm super picky, so it'd be like, I don't know how to explain it. Like everything that I try to record, like I do all of my recordings in one take. It's not always like the first take, you know what I'm saying? But I do all of it in one take, so it's like emotionally fluid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so like that's why like a lot of times I work the way that I do. Like I take one song at a time and like try to get it done and do it as perfect as possible. Like everything I record, I try to mix it and get it like maybe not mastered or mixed like all the way, but at least to a certain, you know what I'm saying, degree of work.
Like 80% finished, and then you
because once the moment is past, like I'm done with it. Like if I've recorded the shit and then I listen to it 2 days later and I'm like, I don't like the way I said that word. I'm gonna scrap the whole song because I'm not gonna go back and re-record it. Yeah, so there's a bunch of songs. I think there's at least like 4 that I can think of off the top of my head. Taken out. One of them is super fire. I literally just don't like the way I took a breath. Like one of the sections, it's like not supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, nah, it's out of there. It's called Two States.
They know. I've been playing that instrumental live, like during sets, and people always react to it.
No, it's fire. It's just, you know, it's just a lot of, you know, a lot of the way that I work is it's in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very, you know, spontaneous and it's real. Like, you know, it's almost like kind of like a spiritual experience for me when I'm making stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, that's exactly how we're making the beats. Like we always say that it's like a jazz session, and everybody does their part, and then it comes together kind of organically. But it's live in the moment. And we don't really like edit after too much.
Yeah, I feel that.
And that's the part I love the most because like I make beats. I make beats every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I produce White People Stole My House. So like you know, it takes a certain level of like production to even be able to really impress me. And so it's always like when I hear shit and it's like it makes me wonder how in the fuck did they make this? That's is like my number one draw into anything. You know what I'm saying? And just like you know, just like overall, right? It's like not to get too much off of the topic, right? But I feel like in today's age, there's like a lack of reverence for things. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to a lot of like interviews and like, you know, different rappers and different stuff from the mainstream down all the way to the underground. It's like it seems like people's origin stories nowadays more are lining up towards like, you know, I heard shit that I thought I could do, so I started doing it too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Versus like when I was a kid, I had so much like reverence towards good rappers or like good MCs that I looked up to, like Nas or like, you know what I'm saying, Andre 3000. I never imagined that I could just like do shit that they were doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Or like even on a
100%.
production level, you know what I'm saying? There was a certain level of like respect and reverence that I had, or like still even have towards that, where it's like, you know, the people who can do the MPC and the SPs and do all of the shit analog and the digital and go back and forth and all of that, to where it's like, you know, I just had a lot of respect for the actual craft and the craftsmanship that they put into the production and the way that they worked on all of the stuff too. Like that
Yeah.
mattered to me, you know, as much as the product. Cause it's like obviously like, you know, the product matched up, you know what I'm saying, with the work that was done. But it was like
Absolutely.
that part of it to me was just as impressive as any of the beats, was just the way that they were actually created and the way that, you know what I'm saying, they crafted it and treated each one like an individual thing instead of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like people are just doing shit to get it done. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people just make a beat to
Just to
finish
make it, right?
But I'm saying, yeah, just to have
Yeah.
shit done instead of like really making it and working on it for a purpose, or like putting your all into it to where it's even if I don't like it, like
Sorry, right quick. I hate to cut you short. Zoom is telling me that this meeting is about to end in like 30 fucking seconds and they want me to pay. So I'm gonna cut the recording just now and then I'll make another thing and then fuck Zoom for making me pay for this shit. I'm not paying shit. Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm gonna make another meeting really quick and Q, can I just
not sponsoring the podcast?
Yeah, fuck Zoom. Fuck Zoom, bro.
Fuck Zoom.
Yeah. So I'll just make another link and then Q, I'll send that to you and then we'll just pick right back up. Yeah?
Bet.
Beautiful. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yo, that's crazy.
I don't know how long it'll give us on this one, but we could, you know, we'll stitch them together.
Sure, yeah. Literally what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna edit them together, bro. Like,
oh shit, they put Kane and Philth next to each other again?
yeah.
Damn.
Which one is it?
They were both wearing white t-shirts.
Here, wait. I'll do what Dan's doing. I'll do what Phil's doing.
Oh shit. Oh, we're
They
cooked.
got different. They got different.
See, that's
they
why
got different glasses.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
never
difference
can
in
get
the two
round
pictures
glasses.
type shit?
Oh man, that's too funny.
Not like the other.
Fucking hell.
I have a beat battle to see who gets to keep the beard, and then there'll be no more confusion.
I'm not cutting the beard.
Nah, it's never happening.
Not cutting the beard.
I wish I could grow a beard. I've been working on my beard for years now. It's never happening.
Man, it's happening right now. You just can't see it. You know.
Exactly.
There you go.
You gotta go crazy like that one dude on TikTok with the strawberry oil and the, you know what I mean? The beard comb and all that.
Yo, the shampoo type shit does work for some shit. I won't lie.
Low key, bro. Low key.
I mean, you know,
I was
not
having beard beef, and I was cooking too, and then somebody mentioned my beard, and I was like, "Fuck, man, they almost had me."
Damn.
That was the one that they got me on. They almost had me.
Yeah.
I still won though, but I was like, "Damn, man."
Yo, that's really funny, dude. Oh, fuck. Truth be told, you guys are pretty much answering like all the questions that I had written down.
Oh, yeah.
I'd imagine like for the beat making process, literally it's just all y'all, you guys went to Q's crib, found some samples, flipped them, made some ill shit, and then just like called it a day pretty much.
More or less.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been hoarding a secret playlist of samples that I've been curating, and we worked a lot off of that. We worked off of other samples we found too, and then we kind of just like, oh, if we all like the sample, then it's like, all right, somebody start cutting it.
Yeah.
95% Philth Spector sample selection.
Really, huh?
Yeah, that's probably true.
If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure that was mostly.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I work from home, So I like bullshit a lot, listening to records all day. And if I hear something, it's just like, yeah, I'm saving it. And then if it sounds like something that the three of us would make together, like I know we all would fuck with it, then it's like it goes in the folder.
Yeah, 100%.
There is a session, a whole batch of session we lost. There was some crazy. There was one beat. We got to reuse it, but we had the numbers on the board.
I have the sample. I know which one we lost.
Yeah, like we got to do that shit again.
My crib.
Yeah, when it's time, it'll reveal
when
itself.
we lost it because it was my dumbass. I probably hadn't slept in 4 days.
We were using Serato because my dumbass can't use the Ableton method you use. I was like, I need to use Serato.
Oh, true.
I was just gonna ask y'all, what the hell are y'all using over there?
Everything, really.
Depends. If we're doing it at Q's house, we may be rocking off like the SP and the Ableton, or just Ableton into the SP, like.
Yeah.
Or like if we're at my crib, MPC in the Ableton, or
you're putting the Ableton into the SP.
Everything ends up in the 404 at the end of the day. And then it comes out.
And back, like what I always do when I'm making beats is like, especially if I'm making it in Ableton, I'm sending it to the 404 no matter what, to get the compression and maybe pitch shift it and like do some shit to it there. But then I send it back into Ableton.
Yeah.
Remix and like, tame some of the shit that got too crazy in the 4. Like, but I always
it has to go into the 404.
It has to go into the 404 no matter what. But then every time I put it into a different device, I always repitch it, even if it's just slightly, because it gets some wobble. Like even when I'm recording samples in, I record them in high and then low. You know what I mean? Because even if you end up on the same tone, it ends up with like a weird ass wobble. And DiBiase taught me that.
Yeah. You're putting everyone just on free game right now, bro. That's crazy.
Listen, that's high science, man. Y'all like working Mercury.
Bro, the game's free. Like the best I know, like DiBiase, for example, perfect example. He's not hiding no game from nobody. You can walk right up to him on the street right now and ask him a question about production, and he'll give you the sauce.
Yeah.
Right then and there, huh?
The first day I met him, he literally taught me how to use a 404. Like I bought one, I had it for a couple weeks, knew a couple of things, and then I like went to a show that he was doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, how do you do this? And he was like, boom, boom, boom. Took his SP out and showed me exactly how to do what I asked him.
That's crazy, man.
People try. I always felt like I was at a disadvantage because I don't know how to use like none of that shit. And the first time I ever was I be making beats. So like I've been in rooms with like multiple producers where they're like, yo, let's collab on some shit, and everybody links up their like shit like Voltron. And I'm sitting there like, bro, I don't even know how to do that shit. I'm using Fruity Loops. I'm over here doing like wizardry and shit. I used to feel bad about that shit, but then I realized they don't know how to do the shit I'm doing though.
Yeah. If it sounds good at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
If it's ill, it's ill, right?
If we like say we did the exact same method again, but you were also making beats, Teller, like you could run what you're doing in FL into the MPC and then into the 404. You know what I mean? Like all that shit worked together, and that was the process. I was gonna say too, my favorite session was I guess that was Dan's house when we actually had everything out. It was like 2 MPCs and like 2 404s, and that was when
the Ableton,
the freestyle joint. This was like probably my favorite beat on there.
That's all the shit that Ayashi was on. It's like the second half of the shit we recorded.
Yeah, we linked up at that was Dan's crib. I think we made 8 beats that day, just back to back to back. One of us would tap in. I think you might have knocked out on the couch for like 10 minutes, like pop back up.
We were playing Super Nintendo the whole time. I remember we were playing Super Mario World.
We stepped out to smoke some weed. Dan finishes something up. Like, Philth, my fault, man. I'm dropping governments. I'm so sorry.
Cool. It's fine.
We're all on Google and ChatGPT by now. Like,
people know who I am.
Bro.
Like they know.
Yo, it's wild, man.
As long as they know my name's not Phil.
Real.
Philth Spector.
Yep. Yo, that's fucking wild, man. So do you guys know which the first beats out of the project were the ones? Like you said, it was 8 at first, right?
I'm fairly certain that Uncle Remus Chicken is the very first beat we made.
Yeah,
really.
That's the first song I recorded for sure.
Yeah. That one's fucking
Uncle
crazy.
Remus Chicken. And then Benny and West too.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Because
Shout
I
out to Rent
remember
Money.
Rent Money was at the crib with me when they sent me the batch of beats. This is what I mean is I was sitting in the crib with Rent Money and like
Yeah, yeah,
he's like a rapping machine. So
He went
he's
crazy on
clearly
that
coding.
shit.
yeah. He went
Yeah.
fucking nuts. Actually, that was
Oh,
the
dude,
first I've heard of Rent Money as well. And like, god damn, like I
he's
will
one
be
of the
tapping
best
in.
rappers I know, like bar none. Like I
Mhm.
said, he's somebody that's like consistent. Like it don't matter where I pull him out of. I can call him right now
Yeah,
and have him hop on a plane and come in and write a verse right now, and he's gonna write some crazy shit and
We
just
make me and Rent Money and Teller. We may or may not have like 5 songs in the
oh
bag,
shit,
just waiting.
oh shit,
yeah. Rent's working on you know what I'm saying, his debut album. He has some stuff going on with his family, so you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, he had to lock in on that for a minute.
for sure, for sure.
But yeah, no, his debut album is definitely gonna be crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I said, like I was sitting in a room with him, he's knocking out shit. He's in there rapping his ass off. And I'm like, man, I just don't have shit. I'll record you doing some shit. And
yeah.
then it was like he went to, I don't remember what it was, if he like went to bed or what it was. He went to sleep for a second and woke up and I had did Uncle Remus Chicken. And he
Mhm.
was like, what the fuck? Like, where, you know what I'm saying? Where is this shit coming from? So then, you know what I'm saying? He hopped on the next joint. And then
Yeah.
I think Two Chains, or it was either Bring It Back. Maybe that's what the first one was. I can't
Mhm.
remember.
All the four of
Uncle
those beats
Remus.
were definitely in the first session for sure.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
remember when I heard Bring Him Back, I was like, oh yeah, we're cooking with grease. Like
yeah, yeah.
this shit is this shit's different. But I ended up changing up the like order on the album because I was like, you know,
Mhm.
I'm different, you know, sometimes I'm like different characters or whatever, but I was like, I didn't want to start the album with that level of energy. I wanted it to
Yeah,
build up to that level of
Yeah.
energy. Let
I mean
people
absolutely.
get
that
comfortable and
that beat's
settle in
super
first.
chaotic sounding too to like start off an album. It's like free jazz.
Yeah, yeah. That's real as fuck.
That's the
And like,
crazy. Like the restructuring of the track list was a real power move. Like, cause I fucked with the track list initially. I was like, yo, this is good, and I had
mhm.
some ideas, but like the way that it came together now, like it just flows perfectly, and that's
It
like one of
does.
the most important things to me. If you want somebody to listen to your whole album, it's got to sound like cohesive front to
Yeah.
back, and like that's like
Because to
I'm
be real, they had sent me the first batch of beats. I don't remember when they sent me the first batch of beats, but I remember I recorded the first what I thought was the album because they sent me some more beats like not too long after they sent me that first session.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, maybe it was solo joints or it was like other joints to fill it in because I was like, yo, I need more beats. Like my pen is alive right now.
Yeah,
Like I got to
yeah. Take
capitalize.
advantage of it, right?
And yeah, so we did a bunch of joints and it was like we were sitting on the project. Like the project in all like in, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say in all of our minds, but it was like it was essentially sitting for a minute. And then it
Mhm.
was like there was something about it that just wasn't done to me. I was like, I don't know what it is, but I
Yeah.
was like, something's just not there. And then it was like the same thing was happening. I was working on I was recording Rent Money's album that he was working on with that Philth is producing.
Mhm.
And he was trying to get me to hop on records and I just couldn't write shit. I was like, bro, I don't have anything. So
Yeah,
he made
yeah.
me freestyle on the records. So like I started doing what I was calling it the mock Farsi, where I was doing the rock Marcy, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like coming up with shit and just punching in. Cause he
Yeah.
punched in a lot of his shit. Like that's one thing I'll say about Redmond. Sometimes he'll sit down or he'll pull up with a verse like already written, but
Mhm.
like when he's rapping, he really will like punch in a whole crazy ass verse that he really didn't write down.
And
Like
it's just off dome.
off the top, like I'm watching this nigga do this shit. It's crazy to me. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like my
ridiculous,
brain
man.
just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
another situation like that where he literally had just left. We recorded all these songs and then he had to hop on the plane
Mhm.
and they sent me another session and it was like the first song that I did was that Osiris, and it was like I
Mhm.
carried that same energy that I just had with Rent,
Yeah.
fucking around freestyling, and then took it into like it helped carry me through the second half of the album. So it was
Yeah.
like the album was almost recorded in two halves, like 6 months apart. I would say,
Hmm.
you know what I'm
Word,
saying?
man. So how
Yeah.
long is this thing? How long was it in the works for?
a year damn near.
Shit,
Damn.
at least
Yeah,
eight
probably.
months.
It's like
At least 8 months, because I know that I sent the first songs back. It was something crazy. It was like fucking Christmas.
I was gonna say, I thought like November or
some
like
shit.
or like Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something around a holiday. I don't know if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, but it was around a holiday that we did all of this shit. And I remember it because like the kids was all in the house with me when I was recording the first few records. You know what I'm saying?
It was probably April. I feel like it was springtime or like late spring or something. Like when the later joints came.
That's the second
Yeah.
session. That was
The
the
second
session at my
session is
crib
definitely around my
that
birthday.
Ayashi came in. That was definitely in the springtime.
Yeah.
Because we were like hanging out back in between making beats and shit.
Uncle Remus was initially the first song, and that was the first beat we made. And now, like on the album, the last song is the freestyle, and that's the last beat we made. Literally, I remember that being the last beat that we made.
Yeah, it's definitely the last beat we made in that second session.
I fucking love that beat.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I like that beat a lot too.
Yeah.
So, fuck it. I'm gonna just rap this whole beat like it's a radio freestyle.
Right.
I'm glad.
Quick to that point, man. It's mad funny because like there's not a lot of hooks on this shit, like on the whole project, but it feels like there is. Like it's enough to make it seem catchy, but there's no hooks. Like there's a couple hooks, but like bring them back, like that's not a hook, but it's like ill. Like it repeats hard enough for them 2 bars, and then it's just back to rapping. Nigga was just rapping like downhill the whole fucking time.
That's one of the highest compliments that I've gotten on the album so far. Like multiple people hit me up the day it came out and being like, yo, I listened to it 3 times. It's like that's for an album that's like 32 minutes, 33 minutes long in today's environment.
Yeah.
To have people like running it up multiple times like that, that's like the highest compliment.
In the time that has come out, I've listened to it easily 10 to 12 times, man.
Hell
like,
yeah.
The part that I love about it is like, I feel all like this day and age, everyone's like an ADHD motherfucker. It's hard to keep your attention span like that engaged. The fact that the songs are like, 2 minutes, minute and a half, whatever, the whole thing keeps you engaged all the way through, and it's like easy to catch into the flow. Like it's fucking masterwork, man.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make beats really longer than 2 minutes more than half the time.
Yeah,
like
that's
and that was kind of the cool thing about this too, where like usually you get people like telling you like trying to give you notes on the production. And like not like Teller wasn't involved in how we were like picking shit, but like like we had it done and he wasn't like, I need this extended here, and here or whatever. Like he took it how it came and like made magic with that. Like there, like our attention spans are short too. We're all affected by our phones. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Like, we're trying to make some good beats, and 2 minutes is the sweet spot. The short songs are the better ones.
Yeah. And that was the main thing I was really trying to
do.
You're
muted.
Like, pack in like real songs into these structures, because like even just like I you know what I'm saying, like it's the album written in 2 halves is really like it's really thematic. Like how I even like think a lot of the time, like I don't really have like an inner monologue, like what I'm saying, that how they be saying most people be having. Like I'm a visual thinker for a lot of things, so like I see everything that I'm writing almost like a movie. So like every song to me is like almost like a vignette or like a scene. I see it almost like I'm like behind the camera, like directing it. So it's me trying to actually, capture what I'm seeing in my head and write it in a way that I feel like is putting, what I'm saying, like toward the listener. So I feel like in the, what I'm saying, even in like those, shorter songs, right? Like it seems like they're shorter amounts of times, but like if you watch movies, like a scene that's gonna drag on longer than like 2-3 minutes, like that's a long scene. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the times, like the way that you cut and phrase movies, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really linger on certain things for as long as you even would like to. That's like what ends up happening a lot of the times on the editing, you know what I'm saying, or the cutting room floor is like why you get deleted scenes, extended scenes, or things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to cut out even parts of shit that you like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It kind of fit my writing style anyway, the way that the beats were coming in. But no, just you know what I'm saying? It was kind of crazy to me because the way that the songs all came together, like it seemed like,
recording in progress.
Oh shit.
No, we're good.
Yeah. Like it seemed like everything was happening real fast, but like for me, it was like, a lot of the time, like, I'm working from home too, what I'm saying, quote unquote. So, what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the time, it's like I'm spending a lot of time with, with these thoughts before I actually get to like put it into the paper. I'm already seeing a lot of this stuff. Like, the first half of the album is all like revenge, you know what I'm saying? That's shit I was going through in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bring 'Em Back is like one of the most low-key diss records of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a if you know, you know type of shit. A lot of those songs are like Jacob is like half a real story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, like, lyrically content, I know it's very like personal and almost like visceral at times. And like it's crazy that you're just able to channel that like as well as you do, right? Yeah,
so,
that's
like a lot of them songs, you know what I'm saying? They just were really real at the time, and then it was like a lot of shit was happening for me, like in the leading up to making it. I had a lot of shit. I changed my life like completely right after we started working on like the tape and you know what I'm saying, all of that stuff. So then it was like 3 months after I've been on this whole streak where it was like, I'm not gonna say sober because I'm drinking a little bit, but like, prior to like New Year's, I was like drinking like in the morning type of shit. Like I'm like ordering espresso martini with my breakfast type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was dealing with a lot of like internal, it's corny. It's not corny, it's like cliche now. But I was really fighting a lot of demons like internally within my own personal life that when I got these beats, it was like the exorcism. I got to put a lot of these things and, obsessive thoughts or things that I've been like ruminating in my head over and over and over again. I got to put the paper. And so that's why I was able to like come together so fast. And then the back half of that was more of like a reflective, like it was like a complete 180 of where my life was at the point in time when I first got them beats in the first session to where I got that second session of beats in the springtime was like completely different. I just got off the road and doing all the stuff with McKinley and guys, meeting Billy Woods and all of them, like doing all of this stuff, like really realizing a lot of different goals and, fresh off the heels of Black Man coming out, my first like album with a label, like all this stuff, like going really well for me, like complete turnaround, you know what I'm saying? So
well deserved as well, I'd say.
Yeah, and so it's cool to me that it was able to be put to that it still sounds so cohesively together and like to the point where you wouldn't know which songs came from the first session or the second session. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it just, that's just how the universe ended up working it out to where that story came together like that. But yeah.
Absolutely, man. And it's so cool to hear that, like knowing that there was like almost like literally two halves of it that are now intertwined. Because outside looking in, I feel like I would not be able to tell that like at all. It's such a cohesive sound and cohesive, like even thematics, I'd say. Like it's fucking dope, man. Like, shit.
I think like sonically, like it's because we were in the same room at the same time making the beats together. And like the way we would make the beats literally would be like whoever we would agree on a sample, then whoever started it would chop it. And then it's like, all right, you do 8 bars, 4 bars, whatever. Then it's like, all right, next person, you do your idea. Then you do your idea. And it's like, all right, how do we fit them together? All right, cool. Record it into the 404. Let's make another one.
Yeah. Let's make that shit happen, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. This is so cool to hear about, man.
To the point that you were talking about with the length of the songs and shit, it's mad funny because like you're right. Minutes is absolutely the fucking sweet spot. And if I ever send a motherfucker a beat that's roughly 2 minutes long, maybe whatever, and like they're like, "Yo, can you loop this?" I'm like, I don't even have the heart to tell them, like, you don't need this song to be 4 minutes.
Nah, man. Like, if you can't get your shit off within that 2 minutes, like
that's why I put the BPM. Like if you really want to loop it,
do it yourself.
You got the math right there. You got it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell Kane be talking about in his BPMs though. Kane needs to be a whole bunch of numbers and there is no BPM next to it. So it's like, I don't know.
No, that's the secret. That's the secret
that's
code.
The swing, man.
If there's a decimal point, that's what makes the difference.
It's not 85. It's 85.17. It's not.
I'm trying to get him off that because you know what?
I love that though.
when you do it like that way, and then you put it back into Ableton, you could stretch it to 85.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it sounds good at 85,
because I
17,
record
bro.
in the preludes.
That's fair.
So I do the same thing when I'm making beats. I don't put it on the 0-0. Mine is like 0.357.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't
But I
work
do the
that way.
same thing.
Like, I'm the one in the sessions, like, I can't wrap my head around this. It needs to be on 4 bars right now so I could do something. And it's I know it's my weakness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wouldn't say that's a weakness though, because it adds like the sauce that you're talking about, like that little extra mean to it, you know?
I like to think so.
For sure.
You know, like we trust each other enough to not to like if that's how Kane feels, I'd be like, you know what, yo?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like
we just rock with it.
Yeah. Fuck, man. So like a big thing I was wondering is like it's kind of crazy that there's like 3 to 4 producers on the one tape. But the way it sounds, you guys have collaborated for like many years now, and you have a very comfortable workflow with each other. And like that, I feel that's very apparent in the sound as well. Like, yeah. Sorry.
It's at a point now where like when I listen to the album, I've, with the exception of like a couple of songs that like I know were solo endeavors, I don't know who did what anymore for real. And that's the best part about it. It's like I know who was in the room, but I don't know who did what.
Yeah, like what specific part of it,
yeah,
right?
Like I know which beats were the 3 of us and which beats Ayashi was with us. And that's about the only distinction I can make.
That's
I'm not
awesome.
gonna say what it is specifically, but I've found out something really annoying that I do in my when I do the drums. Something that like now when I hear it, it pisses me off so bad. So I know all the drums on this joint that I did.
Yeah.
You did the drums for the freestyle joint. That's some fire shit.
But that's why that's my favorite beat though, because I don't do it. I might as well just give it up. So like the hi-hats, I fuck the hi-hats up so bad because I feel like I keep them too high, or like I give them too much space or whatever. Certain joints is like, oh, that hi-hat's sticking way the fuck out. I know I made those drums. But on the freestyle beat, I actually leveled it a little bit better. So I know I did those drums too.
Word. Okay. Yeah. Fuck, I never would have guessed.
Too much
That's
sauce.
crazy, man. That's so crazy.
But yeah, we've been making beats. I mean, like Taylor said, we made music together for years before, like, you know, but never trying to force nothing. Like whatever comes together. And like me, Dan, and Q been making beats together for a minute now. Like I don't even remember at this point. And me and Ayashi, I used to work with Ayashi at Barnes and Noble.
Oh, type shit.
We used to be work friends, and then he was like, "Yo, is that MF Doom?" And then like, he was like, "I make beats." I was like, "I make beats," and then me and him been making beats together for a minute, and then I saw Flip a Beat Club shit, and I was like, "I'm gonna pull up."
I mean, there was a minute where me, Ayashi, and Kane all lived, like we lived in a triangle, like 5 minutes away from each other. We would make beats all the time, just hanging out because we live so close to each other.
It's crazy, dude. And yeah. I feel you could really hear the synergy on this project. Like if someone went into it blind without knowing that there was like 3 to 4 producers on each track, I feel like nobody would really guess that. Where like everything sounds so within this like contained world soundscape that you guys made. Like it's fucking dope, man. This is how I know I've
heard of anybody doing it like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never heard of like.
If I've ever actually heard of, you know, more like 3 producers like specifically getting together and making the beat all together as like one entity. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just don't know shit. You know,
they kind of fucked my shit up because now when I make shit by myself, I'm like, I kind of just want to send it to Kane and have them add their shit to it for real.
Yeah.
Before either, but I would like to see it more, and I think Flip a Beat Club is like part of that equation in my head because which head is 16. It's like we do work. It's like you said. It's like we're like a band, you know.
Yeah.
And anytime you like a jazz album, you see all the players on that album. It was never like their solo jazz albums are whack. You know what I mean? I want you. Like this quartet is hitters. This quintet, like the first and second Miles quintets, are hitters, and you see their names. So, people, I hope that this catches on to some degree. People are like, yo, let's just link up and just make some shit, put both our names on it, all three of our names, and then but use it as one thing. Because everybody, it's like the old, what is it, African proverb? If you want to go fast, go by yourself.
Yeah, type shit. I
also want to say though, like it feels like the recordings, it doesn't sound like producers sending beats. Like,
no, absolutely,
you know what I mean? Like Teller's energy the whole way through, like glues the whole thing together, and it sounds like he was there, like Phantom Spirit, like writing in the room while we're fucking making the beats.
It's crazy.
I feel like I was though, you know what I'm saying? Because we was in so much communication, like during the whole process, which is normally like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's not like necessarily like different for me, but usually it's like, you know, people give me stuff, I take it, and then it's like I send it back. And then most of the communication is more like revolving around putting the release together. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like this one, it was more like all of it, there was a back and forth throughout all of the records. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even like getting them being as tuned in, and not to say that other producers that I worked with haven't been, right? It's just like there was a synergy that was happening in those moments that I think because of their like intention to get together, right? And then have those shared space and not even necessarily it being like a limited time, but because that time is like so focused on that it was like when they were in a session, I knew that. And so it was like I'm in my studio at that same time, like working on stuff while they're sending beats to me. Like I'm sending it back to them sometimes while they're all still together and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Also, like outside of just like music, like the group chat, like we were getting jokes off, like just kicking it kind of thing. And like I think that comes through the music.
It does. It really feels like you guys were all like in the same studio, like truly wholeheartedly. Like it's crazy, man. I think you guys genuinely captured like magic in a bottle with this project. Like it is.
That's what I was going to say too.
Nuts.
Like beyond just the collaboration, as far as like multiple producers and like artists and stuff working together, it's like I can honestly say that majority of the success that I've had, like in music, is specifically like in underground hip hop, has come through like my genuine relationships that I've built with people over like the last, you know, damn near like 10 years that I've been you know what I'm saying, doing this, to where it's like, even like I gotta give Sequence's props again, because I always tell people Sequence taught me how to use the internet. Before this, like I'm like medium old, but like in like brain age, I'm like 65.
Bro,
like I didn't believe in making friends on the internet. So it was like when I was trying to use the internet to be a rapper, I was very like closed off from it personally, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Until I started doing records, it was like I don't remember what it was. I did a record. I reached out with Sequence because I was like stalking him online. He had all this motion going on at the same. I was like, how is this dude? He's from the middle of fucking Alabama. I had just moved to Des Moines and shit. I had just started a Twitter for Telebanks, like all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was like him, Adonis, Killer Kane, I'm pretty sure Ed Glorious. You know what I'm saying?
Ed Glorious. Yo, shout out.
While everybody's here, me and Adonis working on an album together.
Yo, let me send some. What's up?
Shit. Okay.
Let me send some.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So it was like Sequence, once I realized that like all of these people that Sequence would be like shouting out, like shout out my brothers, like I love these guys, da 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 da, all this shit. I was like, wait a minute, this motherfucker Adonis lives in LA.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, they live in Philly, like these niggas is really using the internet for like friendship. You know what I'm saying? And it was like Vic Spencer. I had paid him for a feature, you know what I'm saying? And he like, you know, treated me like I was like a human. You know what I'm saying? Like we were like cool and shit. You know what I mean? He introduced me to one of like my best friends even still today, Akeem, where it was like without even being like willing to like, even right now, I have so many friends that are rappers that are like in all kind of different places and areas. Friends now that are like executives and shit at like labels and all kind of shit. I've never even done music with. We're friends because it was like we were chopping it up when they found out they were gonna have a kid, like, and I have kids and shit. And so like all of these relationships that I've built, it's like deeper than beyond the music. Cause like with some of them I haven't even made music with. Some of them we've made music and the music is like amazing, right? But it's like the friendship that we will have built from the music that we did because of like the intention that we went into it with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was like pure and just for like the purpose of creating music, ended up blossoming and creating all these friendships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like in today there's so much of like, oh, like that dude's like got some motion right now. I want to work with him. And like there'll be people who hit me up for features and shit, and I know they're not even familiar with my music like that. Like they really don't even know, like, you know what I'm saying? My shit like that, or they're not even really like they didn't make this song and they heard my voice on it, and that's why they're like reaching out to me because they had me in mind for the feature. That's why I really don't have a lot of features like on my albums, because if I didn't hear it intentionally to make it, it's like I hate being that guy that's like, you know, sometimes I'll do it if it's the right person, right? Where it's like, oh, this person wants to work on some shit. I got to make something to like work on with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, I make shit and I hear that person in my head or something they can add or contribute. That's when I'll shoot that shot with somebody instead of like, you know, trying to mine engagement or like trying to get something out of it. It's like you
for
never
like
know
clout or whatever, right?
Yeah, and it's like you never know. Some of my even like artists now, where it's like people that I know I could get a feature out of that like most people couldn't get, is because it's like I just hit them up one day on some random shit. We were just talking about other shit. We've been talking about other random shit for 5 years now before I decided to shoot my shot for the feature. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Like my brain immediately goes to like McKinley Dixon, because that's who, like, through Beloved Paradise Jazz and Magic Alive, that's how I found your music as well. Where like I can tell that it's not the music that makes it special. It's the fact that you guys, I can tell, like, from listening, you have a personal connection before anything. And that's what makes it special, right?
And that's another point to it too, is like, as far as, you know, obviously I'm a rapper, so I'm metaphorical, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like I used to do a lot of carpentry and stuff, and I do a lot of like landscaping and shit, right? And so it's like with anything, right? If you want to build a tall ass building, you got to dig deep as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The taller the building, the deeper you got to dig.
Foundation.
The bigger the tree, you know what I'm saying? The roots is gonna go deep down to a certain extent, but they start growing out laterally. You know what I'm saying? That's how you grow up. You root yourself out laterally, that tree don't tip over or none of that. That's what creates the trees that stand the test of time.
Oh, that's some fucking bars, actually. That's real shit. That's real shit.
And so it's like when I met McKinley, like he was coming through Des Moines for a show in like 2018 or 2019. He came to Vaudeville, which is like a real small venue. And I had just come off of doing like maybe like 3 or 4 shows like at Vaudeville, like damn near back to back to back. And so they approached me to do the show, and I was like, I'm good. Like I really, you know what I'm saying? I just have done Vaudeville too many times. And my homie Johnny was like, fuck it, I'm taking anything right now. Like I'm just trying to get on stage. And so I had songs with him, and his whole thing was like he wanted all of us as a crew to be present and involved in anything that we all did individually. So I agreed to do the songs that me and him had together, and I did a solo song with him. So we pulled up to the McKinley Dixon show. We was the only ones there. McKinley pulled up full band, like saxophone, flute, drummer, all the shit, bassist, guitarist, all the shit, and performed like just for us. And like when me and Johnny performed, it was just us in the crowd. And McKinley came out and watched, you know what I'm saying, half of the show, like literally leading right up to his set. And like still to this day, delivered like one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Personally.
Absolutely.
Like the venue, the intimacy of it, it was crazy. He put on a show like there was 1,000 people in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like neither one of us, like I didn't know shit McKinley had going on. Like obviously he knew, like, but I'm like, I ain't got shit going on. He ain't got shit going on. We're like both at this small venue. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even really popping on socials and shit like that at the time. So it was like we had this connection. Me and him talked. We talked for like an hour or some shit after the show, just about all kind of shit. And he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna hit you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to work on some music. I'll make anything with you in mind. I'm gonna send it to you." It was like months later, he sent me this song while I was like in Denver, and was like literally like, "Yo, I need you on this record." I was thinking about whether or not I was going to put it on the album. He was like, "But I need you to get on it if I'm going to send it. I have to send this shit to the label like
soon,
tomorrow."
right?
You know what I'm saying? So I found a studio, sent it or whatever. But it was like I would have never imagined that McKinley Dixon that I met right then in that moment would like superstar McKinley Dixon that I know right now, like taking me on tour and it's like affording me some of the biggest opportunities that I've had in my career.
Yeah,
you know
type shit.
And so it's like everybody will always try to shoot and reach out to the dude that's like above you or dude that you feel like, oh, if I pay this dude,
but it's
you know,
lateral,
5
right?
bands, then I'll make it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you never know who the dude that's next to you is gonna end up being. There was a dude who was like the third hand cameraman on one of the few.
Sorry to interrupt once again. Fuck Zoom. They're doing the
no.
same shit.
Oh my
With
God.
that said, I'm gonna see if it'll like actually just keep recording. If not, then same shit. I'm just gonna send out another link because truth be told, we've been going for like an hour pretty much.
Recording stopped.
Oh, recording stopped.
Oh.
Is it here?
Fuck Zoom.
Fuck Zoom. Everybody, fuck Zoom, bro.
My recording, but I think you're still on.
Oh yeah. I think we're still good. Oh.
Too damn much.
Yeah.
We got a lot to say.
We do. And genuinely, like, thank you guys endlessly for sitting down with me. Like, this shit has been so cool to hear the process.
Man,
man.
Yeah.
Keller, I'm fucking hyped. I'm even more hyped now for the shows with McKinley.
Yeah.
I just put in to be off for the New York show. Like, I'm coming up for that shit.
That's my birthday week. I'm definitely at least at the Philly show.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. DJ that joint because I'm set to, but like this Fred Man tour is freaking me out already.
Oh,
yeah,
I gotta fly into New York on that day and go from fucking JFK to the show directly, like with my luggage.
Shit.
Oh man, you're pulling.
I got you on a ride home, Q.
Thank you.
Wino did that at the house, the joint we did, Flip-O-Rama.
Yeah,
he pulled up with his luggage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's how you know somebody really about it, and that's how you know somebody really bullshit. Because some people will make every excuse in the world why they can't go 20 minutes. I'm about to I'll fly across the whole fucking country. Like,
shout out to Wino, man. He had his grandma at the show and everything. He had the whole family there.
He's always got the family. At
his grandma and his mom were selling vinyls while he was performing. Shit was cool.
That's awesome.
The greatest human beings of all time.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Human.
Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Facts.
Nice with that shit.
Truth be told, I don't think there's much else that I wanted to get into. I do have some viewer questions, just like real simple shit. I want to give a quick shout out to all the people tapping in with the Aux podcast. Like, I just started this shit, and the fact that I have like this much love and support from like so many people is crazy to me. So I got a question from my man Amalgama. We kind of touched on it. He just wants to know, Teller, like, how long have you been rapping? Because you have the pen of like fucking like some crazy shit. And he also wants to know, did your dad really draw the album cover?
My dad really did draw the album cover. My dad is an amazing artist and like a photographer too, low key. You know what I'm saying? That's not what he does for work, you know what I'm saying? But I try to encourage him, you know what I'm saying, as much as I can. But he's always doing like cartoonist doodles on his notes, any of his notepads or anything that he has around. It's like he has almost like a daily doodle, like, you know, political cartoon that he make. And so it was like I had somebody gifted me like 4 totes full of blank white t-shirts. And it was like, fuck, dude, I don't know what to put on these. And then I think I was watching like the And1, you know, documentary or some shit on Netflix. This was a while back when I had this idea first. And I was like, oh shit, I should make And1 t-shirts with like Ronald Reagan dunking a bag of crack or a crack rock on the black community. I want them, you know what I'm saying? And then I told my dad, and he just like kind of laughed at the idea. But it was like, it's something where it's like, well, you know, every artist is different. And so it's like for him, I know that like art is something that just he has to want to do. Like I can't press him for it, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to give me the like, here, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Right. So I let it sit for like forever. It wasn't until we had already been like damn near done with the album when came and finally like hit him back and was like, yo, like this album is perfect. I don't even know where I got the name. It's actually Drug Money. I haven't been correcting anybody for saying drugs because like that's what it looks like. It's a play on both. You know what I'm saying? It is both at this point. You know what I mean? But like, I was just thinking about the whole album and like really there's a song on there, Seance, where I even had a line on there where I was like, Reagan thought we'd hang ourselves, gave a rope to us, the whole rope a dope. And even just on that song, like that whole song is like you know, it's a play on a whole bunch of stuff. You know
That's
what I'm
my
saying?
favorite off the album.
Oh
well.
man, that's
that
one
shit
of the
is
best ones.
It's so fucking crazy, man.
That's one of my favorite ones. Like to lyrically dissect, I feel like I got to do like a video whole separate.
Yeah,
100%. One of the genius shits, right?
Dope. I heard the line. I know every word to all these songs at this point, but the rope a dope, like nigga, bro. I don't know why I didn't peep that. That's like a triple.
Yeah. It's nuts, dude.
So that really like slammed that, for better word, lack of better words, that really slam dunked the whole thing. Where I was like, all right, Dad, like I need you to draw this. And he just so happened to be on like vacation and was like, all right, I got you. And so he did it, but he still wasn't sure about it. Like he was like, I don't know. Like I want to redo like all this shit. And I was like, no, dude, it's perfect.
Please, right?
So he's been really happy too with like all the response for the actual cover and all of that. Sure. But then the other part of that question, I've been rapping shit for a long time. Like I started writing raps in like high school, you know what I'm saying? So probably like 2010, right around like the end of my high school. I used to do like slam poetry and shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to go down to Slam Nuba. Shout out Slam Nuba. We cut heads. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I really feel like I got a lot of my writing structure from. But it took me a minute to be able to transition from like writing good poems to writing good songs. Like a lot of my first music was like 5-minute terrible ass verses where it's like I'm trying to be the rap god that saved hip hop from the Illuminati. And
Type
saved
shit.
everybody in the world. I'm just the greatest nigga that ever did this shit. Who wouldn't want to hear me rap for 6 minutes straight? Right? No, terribly.
The bit that everyone says, like the lyrical, spiritual, miracle, all that shit.
Miracle,
right?
I was all that. I was running around in Illuminati hoodies. You couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me shit. Everybody was on YouTube. Man, everybody that ever rapped sold their soul to Satan. They all like,
Anunnaki, we're coming from Orion's belt, third eye shit.
For real, man. You better not have me out here in one of them hats.
Bro, I
you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna cancel me, but it was 2010. Niggas is rapping about their third eye a lot, bro. Like,
a lot.
That Indigo Child, that Indigo Child shit was crazy, bro. All of that third eye shit, like that was I can't talk much shit about any of that because, like, it's funny. I'm like the elder statesman, all that shit. Like I practice like voodoo, so I practice old school, real voodoo, real witchcraft. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Not that fake. You know what I'm saying? So it was funny, like seeing this whole spurt of like these younger kids that was like a lot younger than me that were just like, no, like I'm spiritually chosen. I know it all. Like I know everything.
My chakras are opened.
My third eye's open. All this other shit. I'm like, bro, you ain't even been to the mosque. You ain't even been to the mosque. You ain't even been to the temple or nothing.
I was like 12 years old, bumping Underachievers and Flatbush Zombies on that exact same timing. You know what I mean? And like,
Rory fucked the whole generation of kids.
Trust me, bro. Yeah, that's real. That's so fucking real.
That shit got an important place, though. I mean, it's a time and a place.
Real.
I miss that shit. Honestly, I would rather have that right now than everybody like not caring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like the new trend is just like everybody's just a big ass kid.
And too nonchalant, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like before we had like 16-year-old kids that were like trying to drop knowledge on you, which was like, I'm like, bro, I'm not going for that. But it was like that to me was better than like the 32-year-old that's like wants to be Baby Chief, do it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, 100%. I feel bad keeping you guys here for like, it's basically been like a fucking hour and a half. So I just want to get into the last questions. Thank you guys once again for sitting down. Quick shout out to PTY, my fucking GOAT, one of the illest producers I know. They're asking, we already touched on it, like what was the production process, etc. They want to know what your main influences for the project were. Just as like a general blanket question, I suppose. Like if there was any
making shit.
Yeah.
Like each other for real.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Like like the Venn diagram of like me, Q, Kane, and Ayashi's like style, like there's the part that overlaps, which is what you're hearing on the album. I think me and Q kind of in the shit that we've made together, I think we tend to lean towards more like weirder experimental sides of stuff. And then like me and Kane with like the Face Off tapes, like lean more into like darker shit.
Yeah,
And I feel like Teller was gravitating towards like the darker sounding beats.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure every other text I was sending was, "I need more evil."
It's some real grimy shit, right?
I need that evil.
Yeah.
Bro, on some real shit, like, coming off of my previous joint, well, like the previous like bigger one, like the living room shit, it was like I love to do all of that, so I like to take it to every place, and then they kind of surprise you, like, oh, this one's real dark, and now we're like light and happy and shit, but like for evil, I'm like, all right, understood.
Yeah.
Walking, right?
I don't know. I'm angry, dude. I like aggressive shit. So I think that's like where my head was at.
Yeah.
Some of this shit is spaced, esoteric, and weird. Like some of this shit really is like creepy.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, where am I?
Yeah. A little bit unsettled,
That track and field beat, I was like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so weird, bro, like how the universe works. Because so I like had this idea for a song. This is like one of the first ones that I had like wrote a part of before we had started going. Like I had the opening bars for that you know what I'm saying? When Harriet come, don't think twice, my nigga, just run.
Yeah.
Our ancestors outran the Pale Horseman. Now we do track and field just for fun. Like I had that part like written out, whatever the first 4 bars was, because like every year during like my kid's birthday, all of my kids be the same age for like 2 weeks in the summertime.
Yeah.
So we always do some shit with all of them. You know what I'm saying? All of my mom's like original set of grandkids are all the same age. So she like to take us out. And one of the things we've been doing since we live in Des Moines is like we'll go to the Underground Railroad houses and like visit them and tour them and shit. And so it was like I was having this moment where I just kept thinking of all of these raps in my head, like different shit. And I hate to have that when I'm like, don't have any beats or anything really to be. And so I just had to, never track the pack. If you do, then you're done. I forget what it was, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I was literally staring at a glass case and I took pictures in front of it of like, I don't know if they're exactly the same kind of dolls that Billy Woods has on the front of his album. You know what I'm saying? But they're like the slave dolls that they had. They had them all in this case. And it was like I was staring at them. They were staring back to me. And I was hearing this like eerie ass music in my head. And I kept thinking of this song. But I didn't want to start writing it until like I heard something that really like made me think that.
Yeah.
And so like when I heard that beat on that, I was like, oh, this is the right amount of evil. And it was like, it felt like a horror movie. Like, and I was like, what's scarier than slavery? Ain't nothing scarier than that shit.
Real shit. Yeah.
Right. That's like the inspiration for me anyway was like remaining true to that sound. Once we locked into the sound, I'm like, I'm to make every extension of this sound so that everywhere that it can possibly go, and we can like make sure to just nail it. That was my inspiration, was the project itself. Even if that's cliche, like that's a fact.
Yeah. No, that's the once we found the pocket Teller was looking for, we were like, all right, cool. Like we'll lock in and dial our style a little bit towards that. Like inspiration though, like Phil said though, is all of us. Like every time I hear some of their shit, I'm like, God damn, I gotta do better.
Type shit, bro. Fuck.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's so cool, man.
Even during this album, that shit would happen where like whoever started say I did the first pattern, and then like Kane or Q would do the next one. I'd be like, fuck, I gotta go. Let me do another one.
Yeah,
because you just bodied me on the first I did.
You got to do it better for yourself, right?
Yeah,
for sure. Last few questions.
Oh, hold on, real quick before we go on. I gotta shout out PTY or PD. I've been calling him Pete. I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? But we had rap beef. It was probably the most constructive rap beef ever of all time. I feel like all parties, you know what I'm saying, benefited, You know what I mean? And we're all cool now. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out to PTY.
That's one of the illest motherfuckers I know, man. Like,
and all the homies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like
yeah.
them dudes. They real young cats. It was kind of cool to like
Mhm.
bridge the older generation and the younger generation.
For sure. For what it's worth, like everyone within my kind of ecosystem has so much respect and admiration for you guys. So like, it's real shit, man. It's real shit. So I want to give a shout out to Perry and Robin, two of my community members as well. Last two questions, they're kind of intertwined, is like, who's the coolest person that you've had a chance to collaborate with / your favorite, and who's your dream collaborator? And that's for everyone.
I'm trying to make some shit with Wino Willie. Like me and him make beats together. Like that's my homie. Like we talk and shit. Like we've done shows together, all that type of shit. But we never like physically made music together. Like that's gonna happen one day.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
And look, I gotta say, like, excluding present company, because everybody here cool as a motherfucker, and I would love to work more with y'all. Y'all are excellent.
Of course.
Coolest like verse I got back, like respectfully, because like Living Room had a lot of dope verses, and there was like everybody went so crazy. But when I got that fucking Fatboy Sharif verse back, I was like, what the fuck?
Ridiculous, dude. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Anyway, so I was like, let me just send the craziest shout out to Chop and 16, because we all made that joint together, and I was just like, I was like, all right, let me really put the ball in his court and see what he comes up with.
Yeah.
And when I sat there like staring at the wall for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Sharif is a fucking animal.
Shout out
dude.
to Sharif.
Great dude. A good drinking buddy and just a solid person. So I hope he pops out in the New York joint. And then the dream collaboration obviously is Pink Panthers.
Real.
But I'll make different type of beats for her, yo.
Yeah.
Watching this Pink Panthers slide, yo. I got Ableton. We can make it happen.
On Living Room too. Let's go.
Living Room too. Yeah. Real shit. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. Excluding present company, I got a tape coming out. I got Green Slime. I got a crazy verse from him on there.
Oh shit.
I can't stop rapping that every time I play it at a show. He's cool as hell. I met him one time outside of a Mick Jenkins show. And he was like, oh, we like just send me your shit, whatever. I never did it because I was like nervous about it or whatever. And then through mutual connection, he ended up doing a Ghost Dog reference in a video for mine and Rich Jones shit. And then hit him up for a verse for that. So that probably coolest off the top of my head right now, thinking of that. And I don't know, dream collab. The shit changes all the time. Like
for sure.
Pink Panthers would be cool as hell.
Pink Panthers is going to be the downfall of this group.
Yeah, for real.
That's good music, bro.
It is, man.
Get left behind for Pink Panthers, bro. Respectfully.
No, that's fine. I wouldn't even be mad at it.
Nah, but somebody that's always been on my bucket list, Currency. Like, Currency is one of my favorites. Like you know, I smoke a lot of weed. He smokes a lot of weed. Like Pilot Talk 1 and 2. Big inspiration on me, like Ski Beats. When I met Ski Beats before, like if I could work with Ski Beats, that'd be fire. That's probably closer, but Currency probably.
That's dope. That's super. That would be fucking crazy too, man. Oh shit, that would be so cool. Yeah.
Teller.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think who. Well, shit, man. I feel like I gotta give it to Ed, man. Ed, you know, me and Ed have been locked in for a long time. I feel like me and Ed are somebody where it's like we are like we've reached this weird point where we're almost like beyond communication. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like the last time he sent me beats, I needed them. I was thinking in my head like it's about time to work on the next album with Ed, and he literally hit me and was like, yo, it's about time to work on that next.
Y'all make magic. Y'all make crazy shit together too.
Yeah, that's another sequence. I feel like was hooked me up with Ed, or that's how I figured out. That's how I found out about Ed. Maybe me and him. Maybe I did a feature on one of his beats or something like that. But Ed is cool as hell. Like you know, real laid back, easy going. He's somebody like just really trusts my vision with stuff. So it's like he'll send me shit, and then sometimes like, you know, he works a real job and like he was going to school, all kind of shit. So like this last album that me and him did, well, the next album that we got that's coming out, but the last one we worked on, that shit's crazy. But like, he really just like gave it to me, and it was like everything that I needed. And I don't think I sent it back to him really until it was all done, just because I knew where he was at.
Mhm.
And yeah, it ended up being like magical. So it was almost like the complete opposite experience of like this or like process of this album.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
I think when people hear that album, they're gonna be blown away by it for sure.
That
Bro,
shit
we'll
was
be
crazy.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. You and Ed together are like peanut butter and jelly, bro. Every time y'all link up, like
He brings out a different side to me. Like I feel like I have all of these different sides of my personality, right, or my life, or different things that have happened to me,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
you know, they all get expressed through different characters. You know what I'm saying in my music. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Ed is somebody that can like I feel like brings out a lot of my more like vulnerable shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
There's something about that, like something about the beats he sends me that just kind of make me think about fucked up shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
that.
It just brings me to a solemn but good place. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then
Essential
he'll
shit.
surprise you every now and then too. But yeah, so I got to give him a shout out. And then dream collaboration, man, I've always wanted to work with like Schoolboy Q or like Snoop
Oof.
Dogg. I feel
Oof.
like I don't know how to explain it. Like I would love to get Snoop Dogg on like a fucking like Mad Lib or
Yeah,
like
That'd be crazy.
that would
even
be
like
nuts.
you know even one of our choice. You know what I'm saying? But just like that type of bag, like
Mhm.
him.
That'd be
If I could
crazy.
do a dream collab song, it would be me, Lil Wayne, and Schoolboy Q on
Mhm.
like Alchemist or a Mad Lib beat.
That would be crazy. That would be
You know
crazy,
what I'm
man.
saying? With Snoop Dogg doing like the hook or something. I'll have Snoop Dogg
Yeah.
involved in that shit
Respectfully,
sometime.
you literally are like you exist immediately between Snoop Dogg and Schoolboy Q. And
Yo,
Bill, like if I'm tripping, like
no, you're right.
you
That's kind of
definitely.
real. That's
I
That's
never
funny
thought
as
about
hell.
it that way, but now that you said it,
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
that's
No, I
awesome, man. Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Genuinely, thank you guys so much for sitting down with me. Like this
thank
shit,
you.
Thank
this
you,
shit
man.
really means something to me,
No, this
man.
is dope. I had a good time for real.
For real, for real. So before we wrap up, any shout out to your guys' self, like talk about your shit. What do you have coming up? I know that there's a show going on in New York on the 30th, I want to say, that you guys are going to be at. Yeah?
September,
Oh, September 30th.
September 11th.
Oh, September
Yeah.
11th. Never forget.
Yeah.
My fault. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's- No, well, that's the Telegraph joint, September 11th, New York City, McKinley-Dixon.
Mhm.
12th in,
Philly.
and then 13th in Jersey.
Dope. Dope.
Yeah.
So, and
We pulling up to Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're pulling up.
God willing, I'll be DJing on the 11th. And
For
then
sure.
if it's on the West Coast or the Pacific Northwest, I'm going on tour with Freddie Stone.
Dope.
Dirty,
Dirty 30.
motherfucker cutting a cake at every show. So like just rapping real crazy, and we just gonna be smoking mad weed and drinking. So like,
That's
pull
what's
up.
up, man. That's what's up. Yeah. And you legit, if any of you guys ever end up in Toronto doing a show, like Lord knows I'm gonna be there because like this is that shit, man. Like this, yeah. So thank you guys. Everyone go listen to Drug Money. Listen to like genuinely one of my favorite releases this year. A lot of my audience trusts my music opinion because why the fuck else would I be doing it? Tap in with this fucking album. It is crazy. It's so fucking good. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Anything else we want to get into before we close this?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, we're all working on shit. Check us all out
Yeah,
on
tap in.
everything.
Yeah, we all got more on the way.
Yeah.
For sure. And in the description of this video, I'm gonna have like the links to all your guys' shit, like the band camps, socials, all of that shit. So yeah, everyone will tap in. And with that, let me just cut to my little fucking outro shit. Bada boom.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Stuck between the hard rock cafe and some hard places. Had to elevate the bar from the basement. Had bars before I had them getting pressed in the basement. Picture me in interrogations getting pressed for a statement. I ain't making it. Double check the source of the stars. No, I ain't fake.